Someone once asked me a question. Why do I start strong and stop quickly? Motivation comes and goes, it flows in waves. But discipline stays when feelings disappear. Your life will not change just because you feel like it should. It will only change if you structure it. Most people, they wait for big mo before they act. They wait for motivation before they act. They say things like, I don't like it today. I don't feel like it today. I'll start next week. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. That's a big one. But life does not respond to your mood. Life does not care about your mood. Life responds to consistency, to structure, to systems. Life is built upon discipline, not emotion, not talk, but action. Welcome back to Axiom with Princess Has. This is season 3, episode 1. To our over 1,000 community, thank you. Thank you for having been here since the beginning. Thank you so much for all you've done. And for you guys that are new, welcome to the room. This season, we are raising the bar. So sit back, relax, strap on your seatbelts. Let's get right into it. Today's topic is discipline over big mo, over motivation. Let's go. There is one truth that quietly separates people who succeed from people who don't, from people who just talk about success. And that truth is this: motivation is emotional, very, very emotional. Discipline, on the other hand, is structural. You have to set up a system that works. Motivation comes and goes, it flows in waves. But discipline stays when feelings disappear. Your life will not change just because you feel like it should. It will only change if you structure it. Let me make this very down to earth and practical for us. Most people, they wait for big mo before they act. They wait for motivation before they act. They say things like, I don't like it today. I don't feel like it today. I'll start next week. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. That's a big one. But life does not respond to your mood. Life does not care about your mood. Life responds to consistency, to structure, to systems. Life is built upon discipline, not emotion, not talk, but action. I'll bring this into life. There have been days in my life, and frankly, I didn't feel like doing anything. I was not interested in anything done that needed to be done. I have business responsibilities, I have family responsibility, real life pressure. I didn't feel like doing anything about it. Decisions that must be made, whether I feel like it or not. But I learned something early. If I only act when I feel ready, nothing will ever be consistent. So I had to build structure, not emotion, structure. And by structure, I mean I showed up whenever I was tired. I made decisions even when it's uncomfortable. I stay consistent even when nobody's clapping. It's just me. It's just but a whisper. As a man building life and an immigrant at a point in my life, There were seasons where discipline was not optional, it was survival. There was no luxury of wanting for motivation. You either build structure, you either build systems, or you continue to repeat struggle. You either build this, or you have that, or you do this, or you have that. And of course, nobody's coming to save you. But over time, I noticed something else that even shocked me the more. The more disciplined I became in action, the more stable my life became too, in reality. Not because life got easier, but because I became stronger. I built systems that work. The beautiful thing about life is that the Bible gives us a manual on how to live it. In 1 Corinthians 9:27, I discipline my body and I bring it under control. That means every purpose requires discipline, not just desire, not just what you want, but discipline. Another scripture I like to relate this with would be Proverbs 21:5. The plan of the diligent leads surely to abundance. Not the emotional, not the motivated, the diligent. One step at a time, gradual, breezy, one day at a time, without you overexerting yourself. Just one day, one step at a time. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Let's be honest about today's generation. Someone once asked me a question. Someone once asked me a question. Why do I start strong and stop quickly? Because you are relying on motivation, not system. Motivation starts with you. Discipline sustains you. Discipline is what fuels the motivation. Someone once asked me, how do I keep consistent when I don't feel like it? You don't negotiate with your feelings. Your feelings are not reality. Just follow your structure. A lot of us don't want to go to work, but wake up every day, we have to go to work 9 to 5. Feelings are temporarily. Structure is leadership over self. A lot of us don't want to get in the traffic. We get in traffic and in 2 minutes you're already road raging and whatever you have it. Someone asked me, why do I procrastinate so much? I think because your system is weak. If your system is not weak, you will follow your structure. And I think your structure is unclear. Distraction, it takes everything over. Someone asked me, how do successful people stay consistent? They don't depend on their mood. They only depend on their routine. They don't depend on how they are feeling, or the weather, or the politics, or the government in power. They depend on routines that they have set for themselves. Someone asked me, what if I fail while trying to be disciplined? Failure in discipline is not the end. It is feedback. It adjusts, continue. It's look at where I am, look at where I want to be, and position myself for it. Someone asked me, why is discipline so hard? Because discipline fights your inner comfort, your comfort zone. That's what discipline comes for. It comes to take away your peace. But comfort does not build anything meaningful. Comfort builds nothing meaningful. That's why you need to get out of it. Someone asked me, how long does it take to become disciplined? It starts today. Make up your mind. And you strengthen it tomorrow. Discipline is not built in the moment. It is built in repetition. Same thing over and over and over and over again. It's not built in the number of people you're doing this with. It's built on you, your action. Let's have some practical takeaway from today's session. Let's build a daily routine and stick to it for at least 3 days. Let's stop waiting for the right moment. Do small tasks even when you don't feel like it. Take your plate to the kitchen after you finish eating. Go grab yourself a bottle of water yourself. Be nice to somebody. Greet somebody good morning. Remove distraction before they control you. Start with one or two habits, not everything at the same time. Track your consistency. How many times did I say good morning this month? Track your consistency with yourself, not your emotion. Repeat, I feel like it, and be committed to it. I have learned this over time. Life does not change when I feel motivated. Life changes when I become disciplined. There are days I have to show up quietly, no applause, nothing, no validation, nothing. In fact, nothing. All you have is responsibility, pure responsibility. And slowly, you are not a consistent person. That consistency is what builds stability. Not overnight success, but real structure. Structures that last. And structure is what sustains family. It is what builds businesses. It is what creates legacy. Structure. Without structure, there is no such thing as legacy. There's no such thing as family. There's no such thing as business. So, my good people, my final message to you today: build your life on motivation, build your life on discipline. Because motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine that fuels it. Stay grounded, stay structured, stay consistent. Because what you do repeatedly is who you become. Who you are repeatedly is who you become. It's what you become. It is how you will show up. It's how you are seen. It's how you show yourself. Stay grateful to be empowered and stay consistent to build kingdom wealth. This is how we go. Thank you and see you on the next one.